Let's do that again. Okay, so now I can remember. So, okay, welcome to the Useful Incredible webinar. My name is Thais Komorowski, and my co-presenter is John Gamble. So I'm going to turn off the microphone here for a little and go to the. Yeah.
Okay, now this is your share screen, so tap right there, and then pick which one you want to share.
The screen one, I guess. Oh, it's doing this whole thing here.
That's okay. Just that's okay. So now go back. Your microphone's on. So go back to where you're going to present.
Oh, okay.
So now
Okay.
just go.
So again, okay, here we go. I'm presenting it. Okay. So this is the Useful Incredible Atomic Resources featuring atomic learning. Like I said, my name was Thaddeus Komorowski. And let's try and go to. I'm going to do this one more time. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So again, my name is Thaddeus Ryan Komorowski. These are some kind of professional qualifications I have and some personal ones. And definitely some experience that I've had. Definitely I3 representative at Garland High School. And then we have these are some other links for my personal things. And then we have John Gamble as our co-presenter kind of thing. And these are his professional credit references and his personal kind of links to him kind of thing. And if you have any other questions, like during the webinar, you can, John Gamble is actually looking over the chat window that you can actually be answering, writing any questions or concerns that you might have in that chat window, and he will be answering those. And I will be addressing those. Okay? And there'll be a Q&A session at the end of this webinar kind of thing. Okay? So we're going to go to the first step. This webinar, like we are featuring atomic learning because we're going to go over some, atomic learning is one of the main resources that Garland ISD has made available to teachers. And we really like it because it's a great resource for teachers, and actually students can access it and be working on lessons and stuff like that. And like tutorial videos, which I think is really great because for visual students, having that tutorial video is really helpful. Okay, so we're actually going to navigate because a lot of times I've talked to teachers and they go to the main website of GISD. Now it's redesigned, and they get a little confused and they're like, I like the way it was before. So I'm actually going to close that, and I just walk you through how to go just the main GISD website, and we'll show you how to get to atomic learning. Sorry about the little noise there. So we actually click on the staff tab here, and we're going to go to training and resources there. And actually right there at the beginning there has these training and resources tab, and we're going to click on atomic learning because it's a featured resource from Garland ISD. Click on that link. It will send us just a login, and you just simply log in with your main username, the username that's right before your @ symbol on your email address. So this is mine up here, and then just type in your password for your email address. Okay. And then it will give you to the main atomic learning. So you can see up here it has some different things. I'll actually go back because I've created this kind of cool little thing. And so we talked about like this is getting straight to the atomic learning site, kind of navigating that. And then we have these different tabs, and I can go back to that. Let's see here, atomic learning. So you can see up here the tab at the top here has these blue tabs here. The different ways to search and to find all these different resources, because there's a very extensive collection of resources here. And so there's different ways to search. You can discover, and there's different kind of feature things. But the one I want to really point out is actually this search here. You can search here, And clicking on this browse by common and core standards, which I think is being really helpful for teachers that teach math or English or anything like that, some of those subjects. I think searching by those core standards is going to be really helpful. And so you give it to this advanced search here, so you get to have these different kind of ideas of searching criteria. So the SD standards, the common core, just pick whichever ones you choose. I'm going to kind of walk you through, and feel free to, on your own time, kind of just pick one of these and kind of just see what they have to offer. So I'm going to choose state standards, okay? And then you can have any kind of state, but we're in Texas here, so we're choosing the TEAC standards. Then we want to choose a subject, any kind of subjects. Excuse me. So I'm going to choose language arts, for example. And then say we're in, for high school, we want to choose 10th grade, but you choose whatever grade you're in charge of. And if you want to choose an optional keyword, you can do that, or you can leave it blank, and it gives you a big long list of all the different resources they have for that actual subjects. And you click search. Again, it takes a second because it's a very extensive kind of resource list. And see here, and it's a big long list of different resources, and all these are different links to different kind of, like I said, video resources. And definitely there's so many there, it's not even showing all of them there. And so you can actually go through here and see based on these TEACs which kind of resource you want to actually access. So let's actually look at this one right here. Differentiated reading instruction for main ideas and details. Okay, just an example. Okay, and we have I really like it because students can actually log in just the same way you logged in. Just have them go to that Atomic Learning, and they would actually use their Garland or GISD provided username, like that's at the front of their email address, and then their password, which is their NPIN, and they would get you this same thing. And they have these these 4 tabs here, which I think is really great as far as like learning it, the different stages of learning, like learning it, maybe want to do it, like practice doing it, and then share it, maybe sharing it. So you just click on these different things and then prove it. So you go to like maybe assessments for, and then you actually just goes over these different videos here of like different examples here. Okay. Anyway, sorry about the noise again. And I'm not going to view the whole website or view the whole video there, but you can see like it's kind of going over some basic kind of steps in learning the main idea, how to go through reading text and actually pulling out the main idea and the general gist of what the topic is talking about. Okay, and you can actually go through to do it. You know, that's fun to play your nice kind of thing. Share it. There's different things, and actually you can do that with all these different things. So if I'm going to close that tab, you may want to use a different one. So keep advanced readers challenge. Maybe have a few students that are a little more advanced in your class, and they have some enrichment activities. Okay, and the same thing, learn it, do it, share it. Now I want to point out one thing, that not every link in here has that. So some actually have, so not all of these have the 4 different learn it, do it, share it, and improve it. So some of them you click on, maybe this one. I'm not exactly sure. I found some earlier, but I'm not sure where it was before. But anyway. Yeah, so some of these are different links, different things, you know. You see like this one doesn't have that. And so it actually just has a video. So it goes over for teacher overview, lesson, and then it has just a video. to introduce what the thing was talking about.
Imagine having to get up in front of your class.
Yeah, and so it talks about kind of stuff, you know, from the student's perspective. And so they kind of looked at, and maybe you can actually grab that video if you want to throw in it as something other, like a Google Classroom, which I know there are actually other i3 webinars over Google Classroom that cover that kind of thing. And actually, you can just grab that link, I think, which is up here. Just grab this link up here, copy it, you know, just copy it here, and then paste it right into Classroom as a link, and it will show up. And it should be covered on one of those other Google Classroom kind of webinars. I'm not going to cover that. We're focusing more on this resource. Okay. Yeah, that finishes that one. So that they don't have the 4 different tabs, and that has those things. Let's go back here. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have closed that tab. So yeah. There you go. I'm just going to do this again because it's actually pretty quick. I made a mistake there. Shouldn't have closed that tab. But it's quick and easy to get back into that. Yeah, it's just that simple, getting back into that. And then so if you want to actually search through discovering like different little things that are like, oh, let's see what's new. So maybe have publisher, maybe different resources and different things like literacy or citizenship, you know, digital citizenship kind of thing. Maybe that's some kind of thing you want to spotlight in your classroom. And actually you can save things to your favorites, like different resources that you really like and you want to go back and actually access them easier than just save them to your favorites. And I think you can do that by just like clicking on any one of these. Let's go to Discover again. And I think you can actually click on them and then save them to your view of the course and actually save it as your favorite there. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So different things like weekly giveaways, what's hot, you know, a lot of different ways to access these different tools and resources, which I think is really great. Okay. So we're going to go back to home here. Okay. So that's the main resource that we really want to talk about today because it's very extensive. It has a lot of good tutorials and, like I said, a lot of visuals. And now we will actually go through and talk about, let's see, do this one more time. Sorry about this, a little technical difficulties. Let's see if it's doing that. Oh, there it was. Yeah, there we go. So now we go to the next step. And so there are a few more. I really wanted to kind of just talk about this quickly. Atomic Learning was the main resource that we were going to cover in this tutorial, or webinar, I'm sorry. But I want to really feature Clever, and I just kind of talk about that real quickly. I think it's a really great, another resource that is provided by Colin iSteve. And that is actually through, just type in, just create another browser tab, and just type in the word Clever. Type it in. Okay. And it will send you just this main tab, or the name, the main link here. Then you want to click Login, and you definitely log in as a teacher here. And this one you're actually going to type in whatever school you're part of. So if I'm going to type in like Garland, since I work at Garland High School, then just click there, whichever school you're a part of. And you click, yes, I want to log in, and the same thing. So you log in with the first part of your email address, the same thing, you know, right here. And the password is exactly the same thing. The same password you use for your email and all that kind of stuff. So it logs you in. And like I said, it has these different links to different applications. So all of these, I think Khan Academy, Springboard, I think a lot of the core teachers, I think, have more experience with the Springboard. They actually are real familiar with that because that's something they actually used last year and they're using again this year. But Khan Academy is actually great, Magnum Via, and then this is something that the I3s have. You can ask your campus representative about this. But the Khan Academy is great. So you just click on that and it links you straight to your Khan Academy. And I really like this because you can click on Manage Students and it links to all of your classes. Like these are all the classes that I have, and it links all the students, shows you exactly what they've been working on. So I'll click back on dashboard here, and then you can search. There's a lot of subjects, so you can actually search through. It has, again, a lot of videos that you can use for arithmetic, algebra, geometry. Just kind of search through them. And Khan Academy has actually been great about adding other subjects: biology, health, computing, whatever you're involved with, maybe music, kind of thing. And they have a lot of different videos here, okay, that you can actually use and actually introduce different topics, okay. Now let's close Khan Academy since I just wanted to talk about this real quick. And the Magnum Via kind of thing, there's two different ways you can actually get to a Magnum Via, which is really great resource as well. You're going to click on I'm going to click on Garland High School, and you choose whatever school you're a part of. And say login again. And there are some other good resources here. There are actual books. You can choose a digital resource here. And this one I really like as far as my class, which I teach graphic design. But whenever you need to use image searches for different subjects, then these are fair use, I think, and so you don't have to worry about copyright things. So it's a free image quest search, and it has a lot of images you can search through. So you type in World War II, and it grabs a bunch of different images you can actually use for different projects, kind of thing. And these are all like copyright. They're not copyright protected or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about this stuff. And it's a great resource there. Okay. There's one other way to actually get to this. I want to talk about it. Like you can go through Clever. There's another way you can actually go to this by going to the main Garland IC website. Again, through here. And this one you actually go to, I think, School Basics, yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. Academics. Let's see what that is. Oh, I did this the other day. Again, the website is a little confusing, so that's why I wanted to actually go over this. No. Yeah, school libraries. I'm sorry. I knew it was. I just couldn't find it there. So academics and then school libraries kind of thing. And at the bottom here, it has school libraries, and these are all the libraries for all the different schools. Elementary schools, middle school, high schools, okay? So you click on whichever school you're part of, and it links it to your library's resource for Magnum Via, okay? And then it has login instructions there, and you would go in and basically go in through the same kind of thing, I think there might be a few more additional resources, maybe the Discovery End kind of thing that talks about through here. So we actually just computer name, computer rational kind of thing. Okay. So we're going to click back and go out of this. Okay. So I'm going to do it the same way. Okay. Again, the digital resources. I want to talk about that kind of digital learning. Again, it's another great resource. I just want to talk about it real quickly. It has a lot of different videos and a lot of, not necessarily videos, but it has like audio files. It has articles, and again, you log in the same way with the first part of your email address. Very consistent with the way you log in, so there's not many. There's only one main password and one main username you have to remember. Okay. And again, this is another website that the students can actually use. So you can actually have the students log in and actually find these things. Okay. So you can search through different words or content or different things. Like, for example, I clicked on my content. I have a few different things I've actually grabbed here, and referenced to my class. And your classrooms, this actually links up with your classes that are in Skyward. So these are all your classes in Skyward, which is very useful if you actually want to send this assignment to a student from one of your classes that's in Skyward. So it links it through there. Okay. So that pretty much covers most of the resources that I want to talk about today. And you can actually put, I really would like you to actually take some time and look through this assignment. It's very extensive. This is professional resources, and has a lot of different great things. Okay, my classes, my students, those kind of things. We might have some other i3 webinars in the future that maybe actually feature more of digital learning, because it's a really extensive resource that I want you to actually take some time with and figure out. Okay, but I just want to show you that it is something that the district has really made available to us. Okay. Now let's go back through here and close some of these tabs here. And I want to just add this here. And I just want to talk about one more thing here. What is that? Yeah, there you go. All right. So now we have a time for the Q&A kind of sessions. If there is any other questions or concerns that you might have, I know this is kind of a quick overview on the different resources the district has made great links to try and provide for the teachers, and actually have some resources that the students can actually access and be able to complete different projects or assignments that way too. So I know this is kind of a quick overview, but are there any questions? Yeah. Oh, so we have a question. It says, do they log in with their student ID? Yes, they log in with their, the first part, the same thing that you do with your username that's right in front of your @ symbol and your email address. That's your username. And then their NPIN is their password. So, and that's very similar to the way you log in. So you have a password that you've generated yourself, but the students all have their NPIN. So you have access to that through Skyward. So you can go through in Skyward and see their SID number and their NPIN number that goes through. Well, actually, let me show you that real quick. If we go, well, I'm not sure because of privacy issues. I don't know if I can show you that stuff. But so you just go to Skyward. And you can actually get it to the main GISD thing. So I'm going to show you a real quick kind of trick I've learned. If you're at some page, and this pretty much goes for any website, this is a real quick tip. If you click on the logo for the main site, it goes back to the main website. Just to let you know, if you're just a quick tip. Anyway, so you're going to staff overview kind of thing. It has some different resources that are available, and then Skyward is one of those, I think. Yeah. So you just go to Skyward, and you just log in there, and I think you click on your class and your students, and you can find out their password, their email address, all that kind of information there. Okay. So yes, they would log in with their ID and their NPIN kind of thing. So yeah. But yeah, just feel free if there are any other questions. Okay. So John, are there any other questions?
No.
Okay.
for CPE credit.
Yes, and I just want to make sure that you can get actually,
30 minutes.
yeah, 30 minutes of credit for the training kind of
Yeah,
thing.
he just posted it there.
Yeah. So, and just look at the chat session and you can see all that information. So, I think I referenced this because I think it's a good thing to kind of keep us on the same track. It says Q&A sessions there. And now I actually have, you can take a picture of this QR code with your iPad, and I'll go back to this at the very end. And so this links you to a Google form that we want to learn. This is the first i3 webinar that we've been creating, and we want to learn like how we could make it better, or if the time was too long or too short, then have some different questions there about that you can answer. What things you liked about it, what things you think could be different or could make the webinar better, basically. So that goes over the survey. Oh, and this is kind of a preview. I think in the next i3 webinar, we're actually going to be covering i3 puzzle, or ED puzzle, because I think ED puzzle is a really great way to actually interactive way to engage your students with actually videos and actually questions on during the video that the students can actually answer along the video. So it's just a quick overview, quick preview about what we're going to be covering on the next i3 thing. And then, oh, and that finishes this webinar. So I will go back to the survey thing. Yeah, those are out of order, but anyway. So there's the QR code if you need to see it again, kind of thing. Thank you for hanging with us and watching the webinar today over useful, incredible resources. Okay. And I'll leave that for a little bit here. And again, this is recorded, so you can actually go back to the video and pause that and actually take a picture with your iPad, definitely. Okay. And oh yeah, this one.
Yep, and then just